Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a tutorial, and so I wanted to do something today to address something I see a lot of people coming in with. You've probably seen the memes about guitar players and their fourth finger, and a lot of people really underuse their fourth finger, and it causes a lot of problems in terms of speed, in terms of access to the fretboard. Because they try doubling up on their third finger. For example, if they're doing a pentatonic, they'll go, and that third finger's got to go back and forth, instead of using their fourth finger for the higher reach and their third finger, everything having its own designated fret. So, and a lot of people do this because their fourth finger is weaker. So the idea here is a couple exercises to try just to focus on getting your fourth finger stronger. So first thing you want to do is isolate that fourth finger. And the way I like to do that is with a major arpeggio. So we're going to do an F1 here. So that's starting on the F here. And we're going to go F, A, C like that. So the first thing you want to do is practice the pull-off with the other two notes down. I don't want you to put the two down in sequence like that. I want you to hold the two down. The goal is to focus on getting that fourth finger to pull off in a nice triplet pattern without the 1 and 2 moving. If the 1 and 2 aren't moving, the fourth finger is focusing on just isolating the muscles that make it pull off. Now, once you've got that fourth finger able to pull off like that, the next step is to get it to hammer on. That takes a little more strength. Now, the problem a lot of people have when they pull on is that they're watching where they're going. If you're looking at your hand, you're going to have problems. Always try and not look at your hand. And the other thing is to approach it like a martial artist. If you ever watch somebody doing the showy version of martial arts where they're cracking boards, the key to cracking the board is not to stop your hand at the board. The key is to try and have your hand aim for beyond the board, so that you don't slow down when you get to the board. The same idea is true of a hammer-on. When you're doing a hammer-on, you don't want to be slowing down as you're approaching the fretboard. You want to be hammering that and landing on the fretboard like you're trying to get that finger to about a ½ inch to an inch below the fingerboard. Okay? If you start slowing down, you're going to lose your hammer-on. So try and hit it like it's going through. So next step is to take that F and go from low to high as a triplet. Okay, trying not to hit the second string when you do it. This is a little tighter fretboard that I'm used to. That's why I normally don't play a Jazz Master. But this one's going to Wisconsin in the morning, so I figured I'd get some time with it and a little video in before I send it off. Okay, and then the next step is a hammer-on with a pull-off. You can start with the hammer-on pull-off, or you can do it at the end. If you start with it, it's going to be if you start on low to high, it's going to be right? Okay, and these are all just simple things you can do to start improving the strength of the fourth finger. You'll find them in songs. These types of arpeggios get used a lot. Mark Knopfler, the Eagles, Metallica. We'll use a major arpeggio like this where you're going root, third, fifth. Okay, so it's important to be able to hammer on with that fourth finger when you do it. Because then the other side of that is if I wanted to do something like the bottom half of a D7th arpeggio, I'm going to have these two fingers tied up. So you want to have that fourth finger able to keep up with all the other fingers. Don't let it be the weak cousin to your other fingers. All right. So hopefully just practicing those triads, like I said, pull-offs first. Hammer on second. And then a combo. You could even go the other way around. You could go. All right. So practice those and get your fourth finger stronger. All right. Take care, everybody. Keep playing.